We are live.
Hello.
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 We're back.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
That's not the soundboard. Sometimes I double guess myself.
No, that's me.
That's just
I
you.
don't think I. Oh yeah, yeah. 'Cause of course, Discord has a soundboard. No, it's just me. I'm sorry. I'm just organically Coolidge.
It's a convincing replication.
Thank you. Hi everyone.
Yeah. It was a bit of a. What did I do last stream? Do some stars. The stream was fernless. It was just me.
It was fernless.
Fern is back. How was your? I don't know if you want to do a debriefing. Your time.
I
Your
went
journeys.
to TwitchCon.
Yeah.
I didn't get sick.
Did a lot of people get sick?
Well, you'd assume
You'd
that
assume.
any place that has a lot of people. A few people I know got sick. Anyway, didn't get sick. went to Paris, had a good time, saw the Eiffel Tower, and became a soundboard. And then I was back in Norway for a little bit, and then I was in Sweden for a little bit. It's just wild times. Yeah.
Was it? Do you feel brand new?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the answer.
I feel no longer human. I've ascended, and now I've come back to my real life, and I don't know who I am anymore.
Do you find on a slightly when I get back to my computer after like a week away, I can't quite. Yeah. My computer screen feels like a painting. It's hard to describe. I'm like, it's like you can sort of see everything around it rather than what it is. I don't know if you get the same thing. I get that every time.
I was so happy because I hadn't been on my phone as much. I mean, I've been posting on Instagram a little bit and doing my B-reels, but I haven't been like glued to the phone, and it was really nice. And then coming back and being like, oh yeah, my job is doing this, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know, when you take a break from it for a long time, you realize like how nice it is to not be dependent on social media.
Yeah, I tell you, because I used to do all the posting for social media for the game and everything, and it was a big weight off my shoulders having. I think does Alex do most of them? Is that I know there's a few people behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know, whenever we need to fill in, but
I know Alex is the mastermind, and I'm so glad Alex is good at that and enjoys. I think they enjoy it. I'm not sure, but it's a big weight off my shoulders because it was one of my least favorite things to do in the world.
Yeah, it seems like it's just it's a common thing with game devs.
Okay.
The socials are the gripe.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are just born for it, I guess.
I just struggle with it's the everyday thing, you know. It's the like, what do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really mind the publicity of it all. You know, I know some people might not like that. I don't know.
Like selling out, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
maybe that, but maybe you feel fake or something like this isn't me. I'm sort of I'm some kind of salesman version of myself or something like that. I don't know.
I think there's a genuine way to do it. I mean, everyone needs to be seen to be able to make it in the industry. So, yeah. I think it might be kind of like a gatekeepy artist thing, where it's like, oh, if you promote yourself, you're bad, or you should just be good. But the thing is, it's not as easy to succeed as an artist anymore because there are so many.
I've never come across that, to be fair. I don't know if you have. It's always been very much like, oh, you've got to be on social media, you know.
Yeah.
It is a funny world. I don't really know of any artists who aren't. It almost is a necessity now. I think unless you're kind of like a local artist of old that kind of has a fairly localized following of people who sort of know your name. I think you're kind of reliant on social media now.
You really have to be.
Thank you for the follow, Fawn and Games, and also thank you for the congrats on 2 years. Thank you. But then there was also a follow. Sorry, I forgot. Oh no.
I think it was Pretendosaurus.
Pretendosaurus, that was it. I was like, it sounded like a dinosaur. Yeah. I looked at it, I was like, I got to remember this. So thank you for the follow, Pretendosaurus.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I totally forgot to mention 2 years. I mean, I know we said it in all of our...
It's just very casual, you know?
Yeah, 2 years.
Streaming for 2 years.
I don't know if...
Which is pretty cool.
Is today that it's kind of close to it. I can't remember what the date was in the end. I know we found it and we were like, oh, this will be the closest stream to it. I can't remember what it was. Not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the date was was it the 21st? I could look it up. We have a thing. We have a tracker.
We do, although it's...
Yeah, July 21st. I have a good memory.
Yeah, I thought it was 21st. I had that in my head.
Yeah, the thing is that was on Friday, so...
Darn.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a Tuesday. Which, to be fair, I think we started with Wednesdays.
We did. I think we did a few different days, actually. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think one week we had a particularly good Tuesday, and we just sort of...
We were like, that's the one.
I don't think there was any science behind it, yeah. It just felt right.
Yeah. I think the problem with trying to science the schedule is that, like, it's so dependent on whatever happens. Or whatever's going on in all parts of streaming, that it's very difficult to say, like, Tuesday's the best one, but I think being consistent works in your favor, so...
Yeah, I think consistency... What do they say? Consistency is key. Someone says that.
Someone says
Ray
that.
Winston,
and then,
maybe.
Yeah. Personally, can't relate with my own personal work, but...
Some people get away with it, don't they?
Yeah,
by
be
some
consistent
miracle.
and being inconsistent.
Maybe that's it.
Yep.
Because then people at least get used to you. What kind of cake? I was going to do a Victoria sponge. I don't know what.
Oh.
But I don't know. I realised they're quite a boring cake, really, in terms of visually. I might do a slice in the middle. That will add visual intrigue.
Yeah, do a little intrigue. Who ate that?
Who ate that?
Who did that? Probably Augustus.
Like, cakes in games always remind me. I had it when we were like, this must have been over 10 years ago. We had a Minecraft server. And obviously, cake is a big part of Minecraft. I don't know what is it. Is it still? I don't know. But you could.
I don't know. I haven't been on Minecraft in a while.
No, but there was a cake block, wasn't there? And
yeah.
In my friends, we had a server and we had a church, and the church was to the cake. It was like a church of the holy cake or something. But someone kept eating the cake. And there was this huge drama to try and figure out, because nobody would claim up to it. And I remember installing all of these plugins to make it look as though I'd left the server and to make me invisible, and I like set up CCTV. And it's the kind of thing when you're like a 14-year-old lad or however old I was at the time.
Yeah.
It was high drama, so I always associate that with if there's a way you can like sneakily eat a cake.
Yeah, just like sneak a little bit.
But I think, you could eat. I guess you could eat, because you could eat like parts of the cake in Minecraft, can't you? You can like it slowly goes down. But someone was eating the whole cake every time.
The whole one.
The whole cake.
I think okay. So, I mean, what's the difference between strawberry shortcake and Victoria sponge? Because it seems like strawberry jam is the most common, anyway. So.
What's the... strawberry shortcake? They're different.
I guess it has more layers. It has more cream and stuff.
Strawberry shortcake, I would kind of assume has more. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like almost like
more
a part biscuit, isn't it? Part scone or something.
Oh, is it?
I associate it as being kind of a denser, crumblier, drier. I'm not sure though.
Oh yeah, I think there are different versions, because I see what you're saying. I'm seeing one that's very like crumbly, but I'm also seeing like a full, like, soft cake.
Is it delicious and moist? This one will be probably not very actually, because it'll be left outside, possibly for days.
It kind of looks like a mashup of a cheese wheel at this point.
I'm trying, Fern. I'm trying out here.
Well, I mean, if you left cake out for long enough, would it become cheese? Real question.
Yeah, it took me so long to bake it as well, and someone left that out in the rain. And I don't know if I'll ever have the recipe again.
That's a character line right there. Hi, Chris. Hi, Sparrow.
Did anyone play Sonic Racing? Because that game had a really weird soundtrack. Because it had a disco soundtrack, but like a vocal disco soundtrack. So there was actually like a woman singing disco over the, and I always associate that song. I don't know why. I always associate that song with
YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, let me see.
Oh, I can't draw, guys. I knew I would do this. It's the science of the logistics of a cake slice. It might not be every song, to be fair.
Yeah.
It might just be, maybe there was a couple.
I'm hearing a lot of like edgy music, like a lot of drums and.
Okay. I swear there was disco music.
This looks good though.
Sonic
R. Mario Kart.
I don't know if it was good. I can't remember. I remember as a kid it was like, it's so cool because you're not... Am I right? You're not actually in a car? Are you in a car?
It looks like you're in a car.
Oh, okay. Or maybe that was the conceit. Maybe it was like, why does Sonic need a car? Isn't the whole thing that he's like really fast? I remember, or maybe that was the thing.
True.
As a kid, you're like, why is he in a car?
This has the same vibe as GTA 5 online racing. Or at least some of the tracks.
Okay. Okay, I need a breather. I can't draw a cake. I'm so sorry. I don't want this stream to be Louis figures out how to draw a cake stream. Let me get a reference up.
Yeah.
I've done this before. I remember learning how to do this. And I've totally forgotten. The thing is, I don't want the... Maybe I'll just cop out and have the slice towards the center.
A slice is probably easier. Need a break from cake or a cake break?
Cake break?
I mean, I was just saying how when the game launches, we should just do a stream of us just eating cake.
Yes. Copious amounts of cake.
Yeah, just a cake, a full cake each. Carrot cakes. Hey, Pretendosaur.
I can't draw a cake. Oh no. I'm so sorry, everyone.
It's okay. It's just a warm up. It's just a warm up.
Oh no.
Hey, Kenny.
All right, I'm going full reference. Let them draw cake.
Yeah, see, the people want the carrot cake.
That's the point, actually. Yeah, there should be a carrot cake.
Yeah.
That's true. That didn't even occur to me. I was like, what could we do? We could. I genuinely didn't. I was like, we could do
Victoria Sponge.
Yeah, Victoria Sponge. We could do. I was thinking Black Forest Gatto. I was thinking Red Velvet. Oh, sorry.
Unbelievable.
Just
Doesn't even know his own branding. Can't believe this.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. It's got a bunch of...
I was close. There we go.
Yeah.
Sort of. Right, I'm going to take a breather.
Yeah, it's a workout. So.
I think the tricky thing is how close this point is to the center of the... Especially with the...
Yeah, it's definitely like a...
Right, I'm going to try that.
Gotta get a good angle.
Good angle. And then that comes down. I just don't want it to look like a cheese wheel. I think it is always going to look like a cheese wheel. It's inherently a cheese wheel, right? I mean, at the end of the day.
It's okay. Once you add in like a bit more shading for the like more cooked bits, like on the edges.
Yeah.
It won't be a cheese wheel.
You're right. I should have put myself down. There we go. That's it. That's okay, isn't it? That's like okay.
Yeah.
I kind of wish the angle was a bit more. Aren't all cakes just cheese wheels of sponge? We talked about... What's
Sorry.
Have we talked about cheese rolling on the stream before? I feel like maybe we have. Am I crazy?
We do go over a lot of different topics, but I can't remember.
We done.
Cheese rolling was one of them.
Cheese rolling? Has anyone ever been cheese rolling? I did it
Has
once,
anyone
but
ever been cheese
we
rolled?
weren't allowed a real block of cheese, so it was like I think it was like I can't even remember now. Health and safety, we weren't allowed real cheese.
Oh, okay. The like rolling down a hill, cheese rolling.
Yeah. Vegan
We
and
have
lazy.
talked about that, yeah.
I felt like a cheese roll many times.
Isn't that the point of cheese rolling? Is that you pretend you're a cheese wheel going down a hill?
Uh...
I don't really see where
Yeah.
the cheese comes in, so that has to be it, right?
You have a because cheese used to be a big block of cheese, really big block of cheese, the size of a person, and you would push it down a hill and you would chase it.
Oh, yeah, okay. I missed the chasing part. I just saw men falling down the hill.
Men falling down the hill. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Dragon Elf. Thank you.
2 years. Did we think this would be going on for 2 years? I don't know.
No, I think we expected to launch the game like a few months after we started streaming.
No.
No, that was, but it was in October. It was just another October than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a year after, and a few months.
It's been a wild ride.
That's okay, because it takes time to bake good cakes.
There you go.
So
There's the metaphor
yeah,
right
there
there.
you they're literally being made right now.
But yeah, the plan was to get a version to backers on October.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And I got it by December, and I think that was kind of okay. So
yeah.
And there's been a lot of changes since then.
Ooh.
Hopefully all for better. It'd be quite cool to play an old... I don't know if there's probably some zip file on my computer somewhere of a really old build. I usually delete them though.
Oh, maybe I'll have one.
I don't ever want to relive it, I think. But you know, I mean, we put...
War flashbacks.
Yeah, I mean, we put it up for the demo at the time, and people still backed it, so it must have been okay. It must have had something going for it. Building in Unreal or Unity? Neither. In Godot.
Oh, I have a build from August 2021, which was that was it, right?
Oh, that's, yeah, probably not going to get much earlier than that. I would love to do... I tested probably a year before the Kickstarter and everything. I remember sending a version out to my mates, and it was just literally... It would just drop you in a randomly generated world. I remember there being like a 50-50 chance whether you'd be in the middle of a river. And just all the characters would spawn and walk around aimlessly. It was completely... Couldn't do anything in it, really, but... To me, it was pretty close to the final thing. I've been slowly learning game dev stuff, but I'm not very good. I think it just gotta, it's all about... I think it's practice just with anything. Gotta just break things. That's the key.
Yeah, it really is. For anything, I think.
Yeah. Break things and fix them.
Yeah. I can see Cake, it's emerging. Cake is emerging. Oh, you even got a bit of a shade difference. Ooh.
No, I wasn't great there, was
shadow?
it? I regretted that. You know, I'm just gonna plonk a layer over it. And then... something like that. Did anybody watch Oppenheimer or Barbie?
I watched the Superior movie.
I'm guessing that's Barbie, but I could be wrong. Okay, I'm not on either team. I don't know anything about either really. I don't know if anybody did the watch them double backed. I read an article about how that was a really bad, or at least you shouldn't watch Oppenheimer before Barbie because it leaves you a bit disheveled.
Yeah, because Barbie has been destroying me over the last few days. So
destroying you.
Well, because you go into it and you're like, yeah, Barbie, iconic fun times, and then it actually tackles a lot of like real issues, especially, you know, it's so so like at first I watched it and I was like, yeah, that was good. And I didn't really think about anything. I was just kind of like, I experienced it. And then with days passing and seeing people talk about it, it's just like there are so many little details that you can read into, and then feminism and stuff, and it makes you sad seeing the reaction from the men of the real world.
The men.
the men
I know what you mean,
as a group.
Yeah. As a group.
Yeah, there's been a lot of
as a tribe
about it. Yeah, as a tribe. the Kens.
Kens.
But yeah, it was very good.
I definitely need to. I think I'm a fan of Greta Gerwig. I saw I didn't see Little Women actually. But I did see Lady Bird, which I enjoyed.
Lady Bird's so good, yeah.
I don't know if anyone's seen it. To be fair, I think Greta was just a actor in it, but I always think of Frances Ha.
I've been wanting to watch that lately because I didn't initially want to, and now that I've seen Barbie, I'm like, I must watch that one.
Yeah, I think
she co-wrote it.
Oh, okay, maybe, yeah. I remember really enjoying it. I haven't seen it. I saw it in the cinema at the time, and that was a while ago now. That could have been 10 years, and maybe it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, that came out in 2012.
Oh man, 11 years ago. I've been meaning to rewatch it, but yeah, because it's one of my brothers. My brother saw it after me, and he's a big filmy guy, and it's one of his, I think he'd probably put it in his top 10. I know some people criticize it as being kind of a little bit first world problems, a little bit mumblecore, but I think that's kind of, I don't know.
I think first world problems is a very interesting concept because everybody's problems are.
It's all real, relative, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't take away from
We can't.
I mean, it depends on the situation, but most of the time when people use that term, it's kind of like, okay.
Watching the Rugrats and being like, those babies have no idea. they're just lost in the woods.
Exactly. Maybe if they were a scout, like someone they would do better.
But yeah, every story deserves to be told. Maybe I don't know if that's true. Just as a platitude, probably not every story deserves to be told. But many do.
See, there is actually an app. Well, there was also a TikTok of someone explaining when to pee during Oppenheimer. But there is an app that has existed for a long time. I don't know if I sent it to you on TikTok, Kenny, but like there's an app that's like, it'll give you a little notice like 30 seconds before. Yeah. And then you can go pee when
it's got to be a silent notice, right?
Yeah, I think it's just like your phone will vibrate or something.
Everyone, like 2/3 of the cinema gets up at the same time.
Oh, Run Pee, that's what it's called.
Run Pee. Does it do lots of movies?
I assume so.
It must totally fall apart if more than 10 people have the app. I guess it's unlikely, isn't it? Been a lifesaver for years. Really? It just picks like a really boring part of the film, does it? That's about 15 minutes. 15 minutes, but that's funny.
15 minutes.
I don't know how long it takes to go between. You got to give it a good window, right? Because not everyone's as fast as everyone else.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I arrived at the cinema like an hour early, so I ended up just going to the bathroom and then leaving again,
right.
to go read in a park, in the rain and thunder, because the weather has been wild. But then, like, coming back afterwards, I was so happy that I went because there were so many people once it started being around the time of the movie.
Right.
Just full of people in pink, which was great. But the queues for the bathrooms or very long.
There's definitely a strategy to it.
Yeah. I think the strategy is don't go on opening night. But
my friend described Oppenheimer as a tone poem. I'm not sure what I don't know what I know what those two words mean, but together I'm not.
yeah.
Not sure what that means.
Also, like, I'm by the way not bashing Oppenheimer. Just Cillian Murphy is really cool, and Florence Pugh as well. It's a good duo.
I haven't seen a Christopher Nolan film in a long time. I'm trying to think the last one I saw.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Interstellar. I don't know if. I still don't know if I'd enjoy that or not. I feel like I might not, but.
I think probably Inception was the last one I saw.
Yeah, that was 2010. I did see Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah. I guess there's that.
Which that was about 10 years ago as well, wasn't it? Was that 2012?
Yeah.
But Memento is really good. I like Memento. They usually pick that spot that gives you 3 to 4 minutes and have a synopsis of what you needed. Okay. Tone poem, classical music piece meant to invoke a mood of place, or time, usually without the conventional classical structures. Okay. Oh, I like that term then. That describes a lot of things. I'll use that.
It's a very you term.
I will use that. Thank you, Sparrow. But that sounds cool. Though I think I might get along with Oppenheimer. I like slower movies and I like moodal things, and I don't know. But I don't really watch films. I saw Reservoir Dogs for the first time the other day because I was just like, I've never seen this film, and I probably just one of those films that people have seen, like most people have seen.
A Louis classic.
And I enjoyed it.
Then? Yeah.
It was a good film. That film is a lot. I wasn't actually. There's one bit I was. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows. There was one bit I was definitely I couldn't quite do, but the rest was
all
good
of
fun.
His movies like blend in together for me.
Like, there's definitely a like vibe.
Like Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs are a mashup in my brain.
Oh, okay. I think in my head they're quite. I almost feels like he made all the mistakes not mistakes, but he like learnt from Reservoir Dogs to then make something much more interesting and complex. But I think I can see people who like prefer the simplicity of Reservoir Dogs. But I think it was me and Alex did a big Tarantino chat, didn't we? Quite a few streams ago. There's still a lot of films I've not seen.
That's okay. There always will be
in life.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw Stardust. Have you seen Stardust?
Yes.
Because that was one of my favorite kids. That was one of my favorite films, like as a teen. And Rachel had never seen it, and I always thought, this will be one of her favorite films. And just trying to get her to watch it for years, and it kept coming up. I don't know. I saw this Reddit thread of like, what's a film that's better than it has any right to be, and the top thing was Stardust. And then someone made an offhanded comment about, they were like, perfect films, and they were like, number 1, Stardust or something. And I was like, and then we also I watched Pirates of the Caribbean for the first time the other day, and it just reminded me of Stardust. I remember sitting there thinking, I wish I was watching Stardust right now, because that's just much. I don't know. It's much more. Because they're both kind of adventure films, aren't they? But I feel like
they are. Yeah. Now I have to rewatch Stardust. For me, that was the movie that really started my number one fear, which is also featured in The Shining, of people just suddenly turning old.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's in it. Yeah, it's quite a bit of that in it. Yeah.
That's a thing. But yeah, no, Stardust is a classic.
I've seen a convincing argument that Stardust is one of the rare book adaptations that is better than its source. Was it Neil Gaiman? I actually didn't know it was a Neil Gaiman book. Yeah. But that's cool if that's the case. And I was always watching it thinking, I just can't imagine anyone. I couldn't imagine anyone working on the film having written the script, if you know what I mean, because there's so many like just crazy moments and imaginative ideas, and it makes a lot of sense that it's Neil Gaiman. But I like that kind of, you take someone like Neil Gaiman and then you sort of put it in the hands of someone who can make it very digestible and fun, which maybe, I don't know enough about Neil Gaiman to be fair, maybe that is what he does, but I always associate his stuff as being a little bit interested in itself, if that makes sense.
I've only read Coraline from him, so
I don't know if I've read anything, but I'm just making. I know I do need to. I need to read. I've heard The Sandman is really good, the graphic novel. So I need to give that a go.
Yeah.
I listened to. There's a podcast called The Moth. I don't know if you've ever listened to it. Where people just get up and talk.
I'm very bad at podcasts.
So am I, to be fair. It was actually. I think it was like I tried The Moth, and it just happened to be the first episode was Neil Gaiman. No, I'm getting two things mixed up. I listened to
The Moth is as old as I am.
The Moth is really old, yeah, and I think it has some interesting background. I listened to a episode of The Moth with Neil Gaiman. Besides the point, did you know LeVar Burton? He does it.
No.
He's the guy who plays, he's in Star Trek, he plays the guy with he's like a cyclops, he wears that like visor. And anyway, he's got a good voice and he reads stories, short stories. And he did a Neil Gaiman story and I thought it was really bad. But, anyway, I'm rambling. But yeah, I recommend LeVar Burton reads to anyone who likes short stories. Because I think LeVar Burton really, you can tell he absolutely loves reading them. It isn't a real cake. The cake is a lie. How do you know that? How is this not a real cake? Real to me.
You put blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Yeah.
See, Pretendosaur would eat it, so
10 out of 10 would eat no candles. Oh yeah, that's a shout actually.
2 candles.
Paddy says, "I wish I were LeVar Burton." I wish so too. Not carrot cake. We've done that already, Paddy.
Oh, hi, Paddy.
We've had that. We'll get to it.
We didn't. Yeah, you're in time.
We'll get to it. We'll get to the carrot.
Gotta save the best for last.
Yeah, I'll do Victoria Sponge. Sorry for be late. It's okay, mate. Okay, just joshing you. Yeah, I feel bad it didn't occur to me. Yes, well, should I do candles? I feel like maybe I'll be cheeky and I'll do like 2 versions with and without candles.
Yeah, that's what you should do. But also maybe, yeah. I was gonna say maybe cake that is a slice taken out of it might not be the best for a birthday cake item. So maybe just like a slice of cake that has a candle on it. I don't know.
A slice of cake? Why wouldn't it be a good birthday cake?
Well, just imagine I baked you a cake, right? And it's your birthday, and I bring it to you, and I'm like, "Happy birthday, Louis!" And it's not a complete cake.
I've had a piece.
Somebody's gotten to it first before you, the birthday boy.
I think.
How would you feel?
You're right. You are right. You're right. But I think this is going to be like it's like an
somebody. I don't know.
Somebody.
I don't know.
I think this is going to be like it's just a random. It's furnishing. It's like one of these. So I think we can sort of abstract the concept a little bit. I think.
Okay. Just have a candle that's like fallen off on the side or something.
Yeah, I think it should be
okay.
This
very successfully looks like a cake and not cheese. Yeah,
Thank
you're right.
Thank you.
You're right, Jess. Yeah. We've come far today.
I think I've grown, I've learned. changed.
Yeah. As a person.
As a person. I've drawn cake. I've not drawn cheese. Is it plant-based? What
Is there dairy in the Garden Paths universe?
The answer is
where are the eggs, Louis?
Where are the
eggs? Are there
chickens? Oh, there's definitely right. Okay, for one thing, if you can hear, there's bird song in the game, right? So there's got to be birds. I think it would be quite cute. I'd like to do like a, if there's ever time, I think it would be cute to add like a bird. In the same way you like collect things, I think it'd be cool to like spot birds. I don't know how that would work, but yes, birds are canon, and they have to come from somewhere, so there will be eggs. There will be eggs. Butter, I don't know. I have to say though.
Oh my goodness.
I think the best cakes are made with oil. I'm just going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Every time someone gives me a really great cake, I always ask, is this oil? And the answer is usually yes. To moist the cake. Less crumbly, I suppose, but I you know, it's what you want. I know some people who prefer the buttery cake, but especially, have you ever had like a cake that's like made with a really, really good olive oil? It doesn't work with every cake, but you can, and you're kind of doing that like sweet and savoury thing. Doesn't always work. Can players craft cake in the game? No crafting. That's one of the it's one of the key parts of the game that I don't want any crafting.
There we go.
How do you make cake in Minecraft? Do you like stack 3 bread or something?
That's an interesting way to make cake.
Oh no, there's flour. Yeah. Flour, milk. You add milk, don't you? Flour, milk.
Yeah, because how do you? I think flour, milk, egg, probably.
Birds are canon. And that's a. We only got 4 quotes. They haven't got fruit bowls, monkeys, do they? When did I say that? I can't remember that at all. I think they should be pink candles. Slightly bending into the background there. Have you had cake before? Is there? Are we casting doubt?
Oh.
Is there doubt in the audience?
Not quite certain that Louis.
Have I lost them? Like a dense, moist wedge of cake to stop a door with. Okay. Yeah, how dense should the cake be? That's a good question. Because moisture and density are two totally
different operators.
Yeah. Actually, I think I had a tres leche the other day, and I think that could be peak cake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it gets better than tres leche. It was basically an olive oil based cake, just soaking.
Oh, there you go.
Just soaking
in olive oil.
Soaking in milk, and it was so good. And it had sprinkles and cream, or maybe it was soaking in cream. Oh no, I suppose because it's triple milk, isn't it? That's the definition.
Yeah.
That's the translation. So it was like cake. It's like sour cream, milk, and cream, and just cake
milk
soaking in the middle of it or something. I never had one before.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so good.
I had tiramisu at the airport of Paris.
Yeah.
So it's
I think tiramisu should almost be you should almost be able to drink tiramisu. That's what I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I kind of like when there's no layers. I just want like basically a load of liquid sat on top
You
of.
just want some
we talked about this
cream
before?
and liquid.
Yeah, just sat on a load of alcoholic, soggy biscuits. And people often underdo. I think you got to put quite a bit of, put a little bit more of the. Sounds like you want to be drunk.
There's something else for that.
You got to put a little bit more of the alcohol than you think you are into the cream. I think people tend to overdo the alcohol in the. This is just my opinion, but overdo in the biscuit
Right.
or whatever. I forget what you call it, the sponge, and underdo it in the cream.
The ladyfingers.
Yeah, I think you almost want, you know, when you're eating the ladyfingers and you go, whoa, you almost want. I think you want that with the cream. Can you? I suppose you can get drunk on tiramisu because, usually when you make a cake, the answer is that you've cooked it off, isn't it? That it cooks the alcohol off. But I suppose tiramisu, it's going to still be there.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, maybe I do just want to be drunk.
I mean, maybe we should just make a tiramisu cocktail, which is the solution to everything.
I guess that would be a White Russian.
An espresso martini.
Like
but, oh, yeah.
A White Russian.
Never had one of those.
Which is, what is it? It's vodka, cream, and coffee. So it's not far off.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
are good.
if it was rum, then it would be... Or is it rum that they use in tiramisu, or am I...
Ooh. I don't think it's rum. I think it's brandy. Am I wrong? Or amaretto? Is amaretto a type of brandy? Doesn't
What? Marsala wine is the traditional choice, but this
okay.
recipe calls for a mixture of strong coffee and rum.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I take
So
it all
it
back.
does happen.
I take it all back. I don't know what I'm talking about.
But not traditionally, though. Marsala wine or rum.
Marsala wine. I don't know if I've ever had that.
No, I've never heard of that. Fortified wine, dry or sweet, produced in the region surrounding the Italian city of Marsala in Sicily.
Who doesn't love tiramisu?
Yeah, no, I'm also a tiramisu GF. I think that you say who doesn't love tiramisu, and my partner does not love tiramisu.
Oh, there you
So
go.
there are people, but there are definitely tiramisu GFs.
Fooled at the first hurdle.
That's yeah. Classic Louis quote.
we didn't get past.
Oh, look at these shadows. This is so nice.
Oh, you got to add shadows.
Oh, yeah, well, it just makes everything, doesn't it?
I described, these are like, do you ever go in like video game settings and you toggle on, what's it called? SSAO.
Mm-hmm.
This is my new, I add SSAO to things now. It's the trick.
Yes.
Is where you do the main shading with and you just add like the little darkness. I'm squeaking today, jeez. I never quite got over that part of my life.
That's okay.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, we failed at the second. What's the phrase? Where everyone's. What's the phrase?
Was it failed at the first hurdle, or
no.
tripped at the
No, I'm
first
thinking
hurdle?
separation. There's a phrase separation. 7 separations. Is that right? Where everyone's a certain number of. Oh, I can't think what it is now. Is it layers of separation? Someone knows. Please. Do you know what I mean? There's an old phrase like everyone is seven layers of separation from each other.
Yeah.
Like you can.
Yeah.
And
how does this tie in?
Just because one layer of separation is that I know you and then you know your partner, obviously. So.
Of course, yeah.
How many layers is that?
6 degrees.
6
of separation.
degrees. Is it not 7? I just made that up as well. Okay.
7 cake layers of separation.
Yeah.
7
degrees.
lady fingers of separation.
Why was I don't know why I was thinking 7. Always reminds me of the Wikipedia game, that.
Oh yeah, the Wikipedia game.
God, that passed
It's like
few
the more difficult GeoGuessr.
ICT lessons. You guys call it ICT elsewhere? Is that a UK term?
I have never heard this term.
It's where you like learn how to use computers.
Oh.
Spreadsheets and what else did we do?
Like Is that just IT or?
Oh, IT, yes. Oh, ICT is a computer term, but everyone else calls it IT? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just IT. Information communication. Is it information computer technology, I think, in the UK. It's like how in the UK we say maths and everyone else says math. Or do they? I don't know. At least in America they say math.
So true.
So true. Computer technology, okay, yeah. Which in my school we had to do, we were forced into it like English.
I remember doing something as well, but it was very much me teaching everyone else to do copy pastes and blowing their minds. And then
what with the keyboard shortcuts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My school, it was useless. It was like, this is how you create a spreadsheet. I remember we learned how to use, I was just remembering this the other day, Microsoft, oh man, where you like do, it's like purple and you do databases? What's it called? Microsoft, is it Base? Or is that the LibreOffice version? Access, that was it, yeah. I remember learning nothing but just which buttons to click in the exact order to get the grade that I needed to. I don't even know what the software is for, in theory. Is it like if you have like a load of clients or something and you need like their date of birth and it's like database software? But I've never heard it referenced ever since learning it in school. Sounds like Severance. I need to see that. Consumer database stuff. Okay. I don't know why we learnt that. But I remember I had to learn that in order to get onto the learning a video game, which was optional. Learning how to make a video game. And I only got 2 weeks into that. I was devastated. I feel ancient. I feel like we were learning to code a turtle on the screen to move around a maze.
Wow.
That sounds good though. We never learned how to do any code.
Meanwhile, we're just out here playing games on browser.
Yeah, coolmathsgames.com. Did anyone else do that? Cool Math Games.
Oh.
Was that a UK thing?
Wasn't that the website that was actually not Math Games?
Oh yeah, no, it had.
Yeah,
had nothing
I watched
to do.
a video about that.
Yeah. Good times. And someone had the had the like line rider .swf file that they would email around and people would open it, and the teachers couldn't block that because it was just a file. But you needed the email. That was good times. RuneScape. I never got very far in RuneScape. We're going back into a nostalgia stream. I'm going to start talking about Dancing Baby screensavers again. Neopets. Those little aliens that you got in an egg. That's not what you meant by alien, is it? Did anyone remember those? Do you remember those, Fern? Did you have those growing up?
Wait, aliens?
You'd get these little, like, you'd buy an egg, this plastic egg, and it was full of goo. And inside the goo was some really sticky, gross, alien-shaped object. I don't know. It was like an alien.
Maybe I was late
like
with a few years.
A wet toy alien. And there were all these theories, like, you know, urban legends that you could like get them to duplicate by doing all kinds of things with them, and of course it never happened because they were just, you know, bits of wet goo. The aliens and eggs were my entire life when I was little. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like just enough. It's like the internet wasn't. Actually, to be fair, even today, I think the rumours would spread. I could see that being a TikTok thing, everyone talking about how to make your aliens duplicate, and it all just being complete nonsense. Everyone had ideas on the way to breed more goo aliens, yeah. Maybe it was a UK thing. Put them in the back of the fridge. Yes, I did that. I remember doing that. And your parents would entertain it for so long. And it had that smell too.
Oh.
Had that smell. Really nasty chemical
What is
smell.
this?
Yeah, they were horrible. Just all end up in landfill. I don't know what they were made of, but just Here we go. Hang on, I get an image of it.
The UK education system was robust and high quality. Of course, I missed out on a lot. Okay, hold on. Alien eggs?
Getting a picture up on
toys. Okay,
Look at it here.
I
Here we
have
go.
never seen this.
Oh, we've got the
before.
cake here.
Oh, the aliens.
It's kind of gross actually. So, but yeah, these were sold in. That's right. You would get two, and you would open the egg, and it was like these sticky. I guess like the kind of things that
the
you would like.
Kinder egg.
Oh yeah, on that. But I could just imagine the smell. I'm trying to think of something that smelled like it. Really pungent, chemically smell. And you could like throw them at the wall and they would stick. You know, it was kind of. I'm trying to think if was anything else. I feel like as a kid we were kind of familiar with this substance. Like we understood this as a material. Because I feel like there were lots of things made of it. They weren't always in goo. Slime. Oh, no, the slime was separate though. There were these as well. These sticky things. It was the combination of the slime and the. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get rid of it now. Maybe they made them illegal. I don't know. Probably not. It was probably market saturation.
My God.
Every kid had them.
Alexa, play All Too Well by Taylor Swift.
I was not prepared for how for you to say it looks. Yeah, no, well they were alien babies. I think that's how they were sold. There was some factory in China probably just couldn't explain how their numbers were so high. How they were just selling so many of these things.
Oh my God, somebody has edited what's it called? Like a little when there's like a review quote on a movie poster. Somebody has edited the Barbie poster to have the men's reactions.
Oh, as reviews.
Yes. So it's like Barbie, an alienating, dangerous and perverse film. Or they won't be happy until we are all gay.
It's like that, turning the frogs. What was the?
Yeah, turning the frogs,
turning the frogs gay.
Dorian Electrocore. They're right. I won't rest until we are all gay. So true. Honestly, facts.
Some frogs just need to be. You know, we got to work on those frogs.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we have to work on ourselves to be more like the frogs.
And so was that. There was. Not to obviously give. I remember that there was actually some. Like, it didn't come from nowhere. It wasn't totally made up. I remember there was something. It was obviously a really bad conclusion from there was something about, because I don't know, you have to assume that frogs have any kind of reproductive system that maps to humans, and I don't know what it is. It's like, do you know, like slugs don't have, like, I don't know how frogs work, but there was something about, like, they were putting something.
Yeah.
There was.
Hey Google, do frogs bang? How frogs mate?
I think there was a pollution issue. I don't know if there was any, or at least that was the concern. It was a pollution issue, but and maybe it was affecting the frogs. I don't know. But I don't think to claim they were. Do they bang?
They do in fact bang. Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't lay eggs in the traditional laying egg way. Well, actually, even you know what? I take it back.
How much depth
they're not
do you want to go into?
Sufficient.
Do you know a lot, Sparrow? Because I know slugs.
I love Jess for saying the candles look really good. It's trying to save us, trying to push us out of this terrible conversation.
This awful conversation. Yeah, I shouldn't have. I don't know where I was going with this. My point was that, like, you can't like the idea of a frog being gay just like maybe doesn't even map to. Anyway.
But like, how do we know the gender identity of the frogs?
Yeah, we don't know. But there was. Have you seen that? There's like good Alex Jones in the style of Bon Iver. That's one of my favourite videos. Everyone should look that up if you've not seen that. If you what is it?
What is this? Rants is an indie folk song.
That's the one. That's the one. I recommend everyone sees that. That's really good. That's one of my favorites.
There you go.
I forget what. There's one bit in it that really makes me laugh. I can't remember. I can't obviously. I probably can't watch it on stream, but.
I mean, it's not. You're not gonna have a DMCA for it.
Do you not think? I don't know.
I mean, it depends what kind of content you want to. This is very impressive. 4 years ago too, so you know it wasn't necessarily like an. Who made this? Oh, okay. Maybe we'll get DMCA then if they're actual. Nick, let's go. Why is this so like well done? Why does it work so well?
It's the way they lip sync it. Yeah, it's really well done.
When it starts kind of like, I don't know. When he starts talking about Hillary.
When it like says they smell like brimstone or something. It's so funny. A male frog in a mating frenzy doesn't care a great deal about the details of what frog-like entity he latches onto. Damn. Frogs are actually really interesting, aren't they? There's a really interesting video I saw where they like pass a line across a frog's. They have like a frog on a plate in a dome or something. This is like in the 80s, and they pass this like line across it, and it immediately triggers it to go into like, that's a fly, I need to catch it. But then if they flip it like 90 degrees, it just doesn't. The frog doesn't register it at all. But it's just really interesting how they have these modes. I don't know if there's other animals, but I'm sure it's on YouTube, that video. I don't think it's not like I think it's a fairly. It's just passing a bit of paper by a frog.
Sorry, I was still watching this video.
Is it still going?
I got too wrapped up in it. He's so pissed.
That's kind of his thing, I guess.
Well, the good thing is like not the newscasting clips, but the ones that are like in nature that are really with the filter giving extreme Bon Iver. Like, it's just you gotta do double take. That emote is actually one of our game characters made by Louis. It's hosted on my tier 3 because I had slots.
Yeah.
So since Nightbot is sub to me forever, we figured that works.
We're working on slots. We're working hard, night and day. One day we may have slots.
One day we'll actually do better TTV.
I still don't know what that is, but one day I'll learn.
It's how you get slots without giving Twitch your soul.
Don't people need an add-on, don't they? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There are other ones though. There's like I don't know what the youngsters use nowadays. You know, back in my day it was BTTV and Franker Face, but now there's other stuff, I think.
And before that, it was Alien Babies.
Kids these days, they don't know the intricate details of goo, and
they can't smell those
slime.
Alien Babies. They've been robbed of that experience.
See, for me, it was like old My Little Pony dolls. Like, they had a specific smell. I don't know what they're like nowadays, but back in my day, I think I narrowly escaped the slime.
It's probably it was probably made it illegal, didn't they? There was some kind of chemical, My Little Pony chemical. So all these parents too sensitive, but we came out all right.
Mini clip though.
Kids these days have been denied.
What's the other one?
Chemical
Nitrome?
smell. Eating slime from eggs. You didn't eat them. I hope not. Or maybe you did, and maybe we were better for it. I don't know.
Does this bring back any memories?
I don't remember Nitrome.
It was huge for me. There was like a cave game.
It's a collection of games, was it?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like an Armor Games.
Oh, yeah,
kind
all the
of, or
games.
in their back in their day when they used to be
Oh
Flash.
man.
Yeah. Oh, there's like a hot
Wonder if
air
people
balloon
still
one,
use
which was
these.
pretty iconic. I think you can't. Oh, there's HTML5? Or okay.
There was a thing recently to make Flash games playable in HTML5. I don't know
Yeah, I
how.
think they're working on
Big
it.
preservation thing. I don't know if they're getting through all of them, but
There's also like I downloaded this browser that's specifically supposed to be so you can replay old games that were Flash. I haven't tried it yet, but one day I will.
I kind of don't have any desire to go back to it. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know. They're I remember them fondly, but I don't need to go back. To be fair, I didn't play an awful lot of them. I played a lot of the MMO ones like Club Penguin, RuneScape, Puzzle Pirates. I didn't play that much Puzzle Pirates.
Well, that's yeah, the virtual world kind of ones.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when we must have been like 7 or 8, and my brother was like to play RuneScape because we'd never signed up to anything. It was like, yeah, I signed up to it, but there's this thing called a terms of service, and you have to read the whole thing. And there's a lot of really scary big words in there, and if you don't read the whole thing, they're going to ban you. And I was like, oh man. So I remember sitting down with the RuneScape terms of service and like reading every single word and being like, oh, okay, I can't like use their logo. I don't know at what point as a kid you realised that most people just like scan past all that, but I remember that being a big deal.
It's devastating, right? Like when you realize that all these rules that you're trying to follow nobody cares about.
I think you are like somewhat protected, aren't you? In the court, like you can argue that nobody reads them. I think that's been argued before.
Oh really?
Yeah, to an extent, I think anyway.
I mean, the thing is, like, it is very time consuming. So if you consider how many things, like my mom is always complaining about how many things she has to accept on her phone, like whenever there's, it pops up and it's like, do you want to give this app permission? And she's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I can't read all of this.
I think that's it. Actually, I think if it seems as though it's too long or too wordy deliberately, or something like that, it seems. I think maybe that's when you need to make
but the thing is, none of us check if it's long.
No, but this is it.
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why I think sometimes you'll see it and it'll be like, we've condensed it into an easy to digest. I think that's to protect themselves.
Yeah.
I could just be making that up. But
that would make sense.
That's always you get those emails, don't you? We've updated our privacy policy. It's like I don't know how often. Like, oh, fantastic! Time to. I wasn't sure what I was going to do tonight. But
oh. Well, speaking of what we're going to do tonight, I have started a new book yesterday, and I'm already almost 100 pages in, which is pretty big for me. Yeah. To be fair, it's a large print, so it is faster to read one page. But it's called The Center.
Okay.
And it's about this woman that she starts dating a guy who like knows a lot of languages, and then suddenly he's gonna come visit her family, and then he goes away for like 2 weeks, and then he comes back and he's fluent in Urdu, which is her language.
Okay.
And she's like, what the hell? How did you do that? That's impossible. And it turns out that he's gone to this very secret elite like 10-day course thing, which is called The Center. And yeah, the book is about like that and the dark underbelly of it, or like what what kind of hooked me was like, but at what cost?
So I'm guessing
learn any language.
I'm guessing the center thing isn't all about learning Urdu. It's like, do they do other things?
It's any.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
it's like any language that you.
But it's just language, is it?
Yeah. It's just language. But
okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. Mm.
Sounds like, yeah. Is it not sci-fi, but it's kind of like a, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's that kind of, I don't know. Is there a
kind of
definition for that?
Matrixy, like
Yeah, that kind
in
of
the way
thing.
that
Yeah.
you absorb knowledge, but like
Like
yeah.
1984 isn't a sci-fi, is it? I guess it's maybe dystopian is the term. Maybe
Mm.
no, because like I feel like you need a. This is a secret society, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not utopia yet. But yeah, I know. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's and Gillian Flynn has like a little quote on it too, so obviously Gillian Flynn wrote Gone Girl, so
Oh right.
I'm gonna be interested. But yeah, it's very. I think like the writing of it is definitely very easy to read and like you would say a page turner.
Yeah.
Um,
I did actually. I finished a book the other day. I can't believe it.
oh
It's my first book of the year that I finished.
one of your big ones that you've been on for a long time.
To be fair, it's a short book I've been on for a long time. What's it
Well,
called?
sometimes that can be harder, I think.
I was just lazy about it, I think. What was it called? I like the guy. I'm gonna say his name wrong. Anyway, it's a book about the economy, so I don't know if anyone's too interested. But I really like Yanis Varoufakis. He's a politician in Greece, but in Greece. But I think he writes really well. It's talking to my daughter about the economy, so it's kind of written as a letter, or not a letter, but like to his daughter as like a way to. But in a way, it's sort of obviously he knows it's not just his daughter reading it, but it uses that kind of
like addressed to her.
Yeah, concept as a way to sort of explain things quite simply. It was okay. I think it was a good I think it explained debt quite well. But I know not everyone's super interested in that. I wanted like a crash course on that. I think that did quite an okay job. There was an interesting thing about prisoners of war and how they would get deliveries from the Red Cross, and how certain people in the camp wanted cigarettes because they smoked, but certain people wanted chocolate because they didn't smoke, and then explaining how that creates a economy of supply and demand. And I feel really stupid now because I can't remember what the conclusion was, but there was like how that isn't like today's society because there's how saying that was interesting, but then he I'm lost a little bit. But then he spoke to his dad and he said, and his dad was in a similar situation, and then he said it never would have occurred to them. They just gave cigarettes to the people that wanted them, and how those two things can arise depending on the different circumstances. Anyway, I think that was the most interesting thing that I've always found interesting, the models of society on very sort of basic examples of people creating economies, but through because we've come to sort of accept how money works and stuff and how jobs work. But then I like the idea of say everyone went to an island and they just, for whatever reason, they had a different system, and what that system is. I quite like reading and learning about that kind of thing. I think that's the best way to describe it. There's a lot of really interesting stuff about when people went over to America and they were we're finally free from the systems of Europe, and there's a lot of little sort of communes and things tried these different systems, and of course they all failed. But I think they're just really interesting to read about, and why they failed and stuff like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I just saw something. Someone was talking about how we like to go back to how bartering is the conception of that we've always been bartering no matter if we had money or not, but apparently it's not actually true, and that wasn't the case before, way back. I don't know, they didn't go into what was the actual thing that we did, but I'm actually really intrigued to go read about that now, because
actually,
if that's not true, then that changes a lot of things on how we work.
they definitely. I was reading that book, and then also A Brief History of Mankind, and they both discussed that in different ways, and I can't remember either of them. But yes, they both went into why money came about. I should take notes actually. I feel like you learn all this stuff and then you go, and then you just forget it the next day. It's really not great. But
yeah, no, because they were talking about how we tend to like go back to or assume that that's just how we work as human beings. Like that's our natural instinct is to trade, but actually, like it's not.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
So how much of that is just us thinking like, oh, but this is the way it's always been, like even back when we didn't have money. But actually, it's just like you end up trading if. I don't know, I lost my train of thought.
There was something in a brief history of human. I can't remember what it's called. Mankind. I can't remember. Which I've stopped reading because some of it started annoying me. But there was a really interesting point that we're the only species that can envision fictions, and by fictions it means things like countries or companies or stories, or do you know what I mean? So we can, and that's the reason we're able to, like, I'm able to walk down through the park and know that the other person's not going to randomly attack me, because we've created this fiction of society which doesn't actually exist, but we've been able to conceptualize that together, and how potentially one of the reasons why we're the only, I was talking this actually on last stream, how we're the only species of Homus or whatever, the only type of monkey. There's like multiple different types of orangutans and gorillas, but we're the only type of monkey in our species. Is that right? Anyway, but the Neanderthals, who are also, they've long since gone. There's a lot of theories, but one of them is that they actually wouldn't have been able to conceptualize the idea of even trading. Like the idea of a trade is ultimately a fiction. Like we've invented that as a concept, like the idea of value and the idea of swapping that value. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Like, I think we assume that other animals might be able to, conceptualize certain fictions. But actually, it's quite I think once you realize that that's just how humans think, I think it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Like things like I don't think a dog would see you and it would be like, oh, that's like they give me food and they make me happy. And when I see them, I'm happy, but I might not be able to be like they are my owner, because that's a fiction. We've invented that as kind of like a concept. If you know what I mean? Yeah. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's like how people have been asking, like, when a dog goes into an elevator, what's going through their mind? Like,
I mean, I guess an elevator isn't a concept, but
no,
I know
but
what you
them,
mean. Yeah.
Like the concept of
when the door closes, yeah.
Like what is that for them?
For sure. I don't think I was on a run today and a dog barked at me. I don't think I'd ever seen anyone running before, because it absolutely launched at me. It's a bit scary actually, but I'm okay. And so he didn't understand the fiction of a run. I think that was the problem. It's a bit dry, but Guns, Germs and Steels is interesting if you want to learn about the tendencies of human and how some countries ended up with wealth and some did not. Yeah, that was, wasn't it CGP Grey was really pushing that book? I did a couple of videos on them. I feel like I've kind of, from his takeaways, I've learned a lot from that book without having to read it, but maybe I should. I know that few historians have issues with it, I've read, but I think it's interesting, the idea how like in the New World, or whatever you call it, in the Americas, they basically didn't have, there's like very few domesticatable animals. There's like, you can eat guinea pigs and you can kind of, well, that's maybe it. I think, I can't remember. Like you can't domesticate a zebra in the same way you can a horse. And buffalo, you can't, like, in the same way you can a cow, you can't like put them in a pen. And that's just pure luck that we happen to have these animals that you can. I don't think are there any boars over in the Americas originally? I'm not sure there were. Or any sheep. There were goats and things. But just these like really docile animals that you can, like, which was obviously a huge part of advancing civilization. But I think, yeah, CGP Grey did a video on that a while ago now. He only releases videos like once or 2 years or something, I'm not sure. It's one of those types.
Yeah, there's once you get into that much production, I guess. Kind of like oh, who else was that? I can never remember names.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another person who, like, really good, like you always forget about them and then they release a video and you're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
He dive in for, the last video for 6 months. Domesticated camelids.
It was the person that made, it was Flat Earth.
Oh yeah, like alpacas and things. Is camelid the that's the family, is it? I didn't know that. Oh, it makes so much sense that camels are in that family. I don't know why. I don't know why it wouldn't have occurred to me. I've never thought of like llamas and camels. I don't know why.
Oh, I was thinking of Dan Olsen from Folding Ideas.
Oh yeah.
He does upload like 3 times a year. Or maybe more.
Hbomberguy, that's a...
Yeah.
He does like...
And I remember when Hbomberguy was just little 10-minute videos talking about
videos.
Somebody's Kickstarter or GoFundMe or whatever.
He's gotten too big, that's the trouble. Too much pressure on each video. So,
I do still sometimes go back to the old ones and just...
Maybe I should.
Enjoy the olds.
Did you watch his video on that, the Oof sound effect? I think it's his latest one.
Yes.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I like when people do those kind of rabbit hole videos, I guess.
About stuff that you would never have thought to look into.
I like that. I think that's maybe the best thing is like I suppose that's the career of a journalist in a way, is to kind of like go down these rabbit holes and have the financial security that you can, like, you know that you're gonna be able to present it and make money off that. So I like that that's a thing that we can do. I think people should be able to go down rabbit holes. I think actually CGP Grey did do it. It was one of his videos. He did a thing on like why Tiffany, a good video on like why the name Tiffany came in and out of favour, which was pretty interesting. But then I think he did like a whole video again on like, anyway, how he went down that rabbit hole. 4 South American species, 2 Afro. Is it Asiatic? I know what you mean, but I don't think I've ever said that word out loud.
That's actually true, because
Asiatic species. I'm gonna assume that. How else would you say it? And the whole pile of extinct ones around the world. Yeah. So with that, so maybe they would have. Maybe they could have come. Oh no, Afro. Could they have travelled into Europe? I don't know.
It's the way that I have a tab just Googling Victoria Sponge, and then we've come all the way down here. I don't know if there's going to be a carrot cake today.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Might
guys.
I'll
do, I'm going to copy this cake and then just put some carrots on it. I mean, what makes it... Yeah, I just give it 2... I can do that really quick.
Just, yeah, you can just like fill in the bit with the cream.
Yeah.
Make it a bit of a darker color. Maybe add some like spongy texture.
It's like in an RPG where there's like the level 50 troll is just a blue version of the level 1 troll.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that's called. It's got a term.
Elite.
No, I mean like in terms of like game, just being
reskin.
It could be reskin, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
See, I was instantly just thinking about the elite enemies and the.
You get so many.
Silver thing. Yeah.
Or how like the they've clearly like done some final boss. There's like some big dragon, but they like need some level 12 enemy, and so it's like they just size it right down and call it is it a worm, a Wyrm? What do you call it? Like a little dragon? Or do they technically not have arms or something? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, there's a whole like.
There's a whole thing, isn't there?
There's a whole thing that people will give you a TED talk about.
Okay, carrot cake time.
All right, speed run.
Let's do it. Speed run. You wouldn't have candles on a carrot cake, would you? Don't even answer that question. I don't know why I'm taking such a hard position. You do have frosting,
You
don't you?
wouldn't put candles
You
on that.
wouldn't dare. Of course you could. It's just
You
not.
wouldn't
It's
steal
not.
a car.
It's not a traditional. Sorry, that was my notification. You wouldn't. I should close my emails actually. I don't know why. Oh, and I mentioned this last stream, but we do still have GeoGuess, so I don't know if we want to do. Don't know if we want to do one of them.
I mean, hey, I don't have anything pressing. Well,
Okay.
aside from like work, but
Do a quick carrot cake.
but I just mean I don't have to leave at any designated time. So.
To be fair, I've got quite a bit to do today. I'm doing QA on the game at the moment, and
yeah.
this afternoon I got back from my lunch break and I had 91 emails and I nearly lost it.
Oh,
and I think it's just because, and it turns out that because in my heart I was like, this is like 21 issues, which maybe there will be down the line, but there's a lot in one go. But actually, I think like each issue that I like get an email for like them having created it.
Yeah,
written it
and, then,
and posted it,
comments.
and so there was actually like not that many. There was like, I don't know, 15 or something. I just had this moment where I was like, like I gotta do this.
If only they could like wrap them up into one email, like a little recap.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it was. I had a moment. I had a moment.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. And to be fair, most of them actually boiled down to iconography, which I was gonna do anyway. But I don't think the QA, we haven't gotten too deep into the game just yet. I think we're doing kind of, stuff like that.
Early stages.
Guides and things. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually it's kind of fun being in QA. I kind of associate people posting problems with the game as being like people who gave the demo a go and are now frustrated because something didn't work, and I kind of have that like, and I'm like, oh god,
but
I gotta
it's just
fix this thing.
us going. We found a thingy.
Yeah, it's like it's
not
good
mad at
now.
you.
It's fun. It's like it's actually kind of fun fixing bugs. I do enjoy fixing bugs, but it's just like I don't like the weight of the potential.
Yeah.
That someone's not having a good time because of it, but like the QA people aren't there to have a good time. So I kind of so yeah, it's actually okay. I feel like a carrot cake has like two layers of cream.
Does it?
I feel like you could do.
Oh. You could if you're really spicy.
Let me search carrot cake.
Oh, it does. Oh my god.
To be fair, I'm seeing more singles. Yeah, you can do many layers.
Yeah. Yeah, because some of these look like they've been made like in a brownie sheet, kind of.
Yeah.
But then some of them are round and tall. Well, I mean, you could just do 2 layers then if you wanted to be fancy about it.
I'm gonna do one just because I realize I'm gonna have to redo the shading a little bit. So I may one day do 2, but today's not that day. I can't even find where the layer is.
The second layer patch.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Dried herbs and a carrot cake. Yay or nay? Dried herbs. What would you put in there? What would you do? I'm trying to think.
I'm not sure how much of a thing this is over there, but when I was younger, I was really into spice cake, which is very similar to carrot cake. I might have talked about this before.
I think maybe.
Yeah, it's the same concept. Like it's got the same texture, and there's the white like frosting.
Yeah. I feel like it's cream cheese frosting, isn't it, on a carrot cake? I think that's quite. Is it the same on a?
Yeah.
Is it the same on a spice cake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cream cheese frosting.
Okay. Yeah, it's quite similar.
I think it's the dough, like the batter, is more spice, like more cinnamon and that kind of stuff. Less carrots.
Oh, carrot cake is good.
I feel like they kind of overlap.
Too many pictures.
Yeah.
I'm really hungry now.
We should really have some carrot cake for the launch stream. Just put it on the company card.
Now we spent it
All
all on
corporate.
GeoGuessr subs. We can't be buying cake.
Oh. Yeah. We just invested in being, we're worldly people.
Worldly people.
You can't be a gardener unless you know the world around you.
It's true.
I'm not sure how much you need to know, like, Mongolia to garden, and where is the garden path set? Like, is it in the UK? Technically.
I remember doing this. I remember being on a call trying to describe this. We had maps up. I'm going to do it again. It's it's an abstract. It's basically everything on a certain. I always forget if it's longitude or latitude. Here we go. Latitude. It's a certain latitude, basically. Is how
it's like House Moving Castle, where it's like a lot of places.
A lot of places. It's a certain climate. I think is the basically everything. You know, like Canada, UK, Germany, certain parts of Scandinavia, and then probably certain parts of China, maybe. But I probably haven't done much of that, to be fair.
Yeah, so like kind of cold.
Kind of cold, kind of warm. Yeah,
kind
of
cold
thing.
And like breezy.
Easy breezy.
Carrots are the new candles.
Can you get carrot candles?
Probably.
Do you have it? Are you on a certain type of diet, Sparrow, or is it a no cake diet, like just a general?
So sorry to have to bring this to you.
What's that? Or the cake?
Just bringing you so much cake in this
cake stream,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think cake's included in that, unfortunately. Are there any diets that involve eating cake? Probably. I'm sure there's ones that are like in moderation, but
yeah. Yeah, it's hard when you're in the diet brain. Like, cake is literally the devil if you think about it.
It's the worst thing possible, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But it hurts having to think about cake in numbers, I think, because it just should be enjoyed, right? Like, so.
It's
not easy.
It's a sometimes food.
Yeah. That's okay. Just like do a big lifting session right before. do a balance out.
Pizza's been the killer for me. Cake was an occasional treat, but pizza was a staple. Man, pizza's so good. I feel like it's a cliche to say, but
yeah,
there are a few things. Yeah, pizza I find. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you could do like a tortilla pizza. Like, have you seen people like do a tortilla?
Yeah, because I guess there's going to be probably a lot of oil in the bread. It's probably quite fatty bread. But then also I suppose it's the cheese.
Yeah.
I suppose you could probably do like a. I'm trying to think of you could do like flatbread with tomato, cottage cheese or something. It's like a low.
Yeah, the protein of cottage cheese and.
Cottage cheese is underrated, I think. People seem to think it's like purely a diet cheese, but I think it's like a.
Yeah, I just
eat it
can't
for
do the
breakfast
texture.
Sometimes. Maybe it's a texture thing. I'm just not phased by that.
But I mean, if you bake it into things or like blend it up into something else or that kind of stuff, then I think it's probably very good for you. It's the same as like blending silken tofu into sauces and stuff to get more protein. Pretty cool. Or like I used to make tofu waffles where you use silken tofu and soy milk as like an emulsion, and then I think you just add some flour and that's basically it.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's really good and really nice.
I learned how to make mayonnaise the other day. I can't believe It's,
Oh yeah,
I
with
can't
oil?
believe I've been buying mayonnaise this whole time. It was so easy.
Yeah, and then you
Uh,
get to like add as much mustard as you want. Like it's really nice.
yeah, and it tastes amazing. But because there's this
Mhm.
a method you can do um, with an immersion blender, as long as the
Yeah.
yeah, as long as the it's something to do with the science of as long as the pot itself is only slightly bigger than the immersion blender, you literally just go bring it up and it's done. It's like it takes like
Oh,
five
because
seconds.
I didn't know
Um,
about that. I've
yeah.
just used a bowl or like
Oh yeah, because you don't need to trickle in the oil by doing that. Because you need to
yeah.
because yeah, you put the blender in the because the oil rises to the top. You put the blender below the oil in the liquid that's not the oil, and then by blending it, it slowly introduces the oil itself, and then you just lift up, and it's done in
Ah,
about
that's so smart.
5
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, making your own mayo is great. I should get back into it, but it's just such a wake-up call to how much oil is in it.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't
the only
think
negative about
I
it.
don't think
Is
about that.
that
Food is
yeah.
just a vehicle for mayo. Let's be real. I'll easily eat a pizza for two on my own. What is a pizza for two though? I feel like is a whole pizza because I'll eat a whole pizza.
Oh yeah, I mean, um, it, I guess you got the Italian pizzas, which are like portion pizzas, right? Like
Oh no, I
the
said vehicle for
you're supposed to
mayonnaise,
for mayo.
not for me. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, hold on.
Can't be. I'm being misquoted. This is.
My bad. But this is even better. Will this work? Or do I have to do #5? Okay. You know what? There we go.
Oh, you can delete the quote. This can't all just
Yeah.
be me on the. It can't all
You
just
say
be
all
me.
the good stuff.
Do we have all the? Do we have? What was the one about eating Nintendo Switch cards? Is that in there? I can't remember. I'm going off shop bought ones. Oh no, I always know. You don't just eat one shop bought pizzas. Unless sometimes you get the. I think I'd struggle with like one of those like deli, like Tesco finest, like really big one. I could probably still eat a whole one though. But yeah, I think it's half a shop bought pizza is. I feel like that wouldn't be enough. But then maybe a whole one is too much. It's like, yeah, it's the classic. What was I having the other day? Do you know those like pecan pastries? I was like, one is never enough, two is always too many. Fish cakes,
Yeah.
one is never enough, but two is always too many. What else is? I'm sure there's other things as well.
Maybe we should make that our next like stream title, like a little riddle that you have to solve when you come in.
Yeah, what other foods is too many? Weetabix? No, two is exactly the right amount. Maybe they expect you to have a side with your pizza. That could be it. But pizza is a meal. I mean, you got your carb. I mean, I usually go for a veggie pizza. I've just always liked vegetables on pizza.
Yeah.
I don't usually go pepperoni, but
I mean, a lot of people just like the margarita, which isn't a lot of meal if you think about it, but it's still, you got the tomato, you got the cheese, you got the bread.
You can get really good ones. I tend to be a little bit. God, prices have been going up so much recently, and I bought Tesco's, which is people who don't know, is like a UK supermarket. I bought their like £3.60 plain margarita because it was their cheapest pizza. It's £3.60. It was like a 50p pizza. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it ruined my day. £3.60. Oh. It's too much for a pizza. That is too much for a pizza.
How much is that in?
It's too much It's too much for an oven pizza. That's got nothing on it.
That is cheap.
No, it's no.
I'm sorry.
No.
Over here.
Really?
Like
what do you pay for?
Like let me look.
Like a frozen pizza?
Yeah, like a frozen pizza. Let me look.
£3.60. That's on the upper end. That's definitely on the upper end.
Not here. That's the lower end, if any. There's. I see that was 46. There's one that's cheaper than the others for some reason. Yeah, all full-sized pizzas, and some of them are pretty small, even if they're like a whole pizza. Are over that price.
Here's the real question: do you have those like Dr. Oetker?
Yes, yeah, we do.
How much do you pay for
Ristorante.
those? Yeah, Ristorante.
So, Ristorante is on average.
They've gone up recently, actually, in the UK.
Let me see. GBP is on average £5.
No, really?
Yeah.
No. We get them on. Well, it used to be. It was this for the longest time. On offer, you could get them from a whole of uni. If they were on offer, which was quite often, you get them for £1.25 in the UK.
That's wild.
I think they've recently gone up. I think they're now like £2.50 on offer. But yeah, oh man, the mushroom one is like I'm like 10% that mushroom pizza, I tell you.
Wait, they have a vegan margarita now?
Do they? No, okay.
Yeah.
But that mushroom one, I swear that there's something they've like distilled the flavor of mushroom like into some liquid that they like mist over the pizza or something. Like it can't just be the mushrooms themselves. And I'm like a big mushroom head. Absolutely adore mushrooms. And that's like, it's one of the few things that gives me that mushroom high. I'm like, I can't believe it. Whenever I eat it, I can't believe how mushroom truffle. It is. Oh, what?
Oh, I was saying poor man's truffle.
Poor man's truffle. I've only had truffle. I went to like a truffle place, but I think it was all like shaved truffle, and I don't know if I was really getting the
full experience.
Yeah, I don't know if I was like really experiencing truffle. So I don't know. Oh, a GeoGuessr.
Oh boy, can you stream it to me?
Oh yeah. I never streamed the art thing to you, actually, did I?
That's okay. I've been doing okay.
You've been getting by.
Just reacting a little bit slowly.
Can you see that? No, I
love our little eyelashes. Yeah.
Yeah. How do I? I've lost you on our thing now. I go here and I go there. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Right. I don't know what we're doing actually. Do we have a?
Oh yeah. I guess maybe we could do the daily challenge.
Yeah.
Maybe. That way we don't have to look for anything. I think it's like more to the right on this menu.
The daily challenge.
It's gonna be wild.
I have no idea how to do this. 3 minutes per round.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh, here we go. Okay. We're gonna need
got pare. The word pare. This looks South America, maybe. Or it could be Spain. Sure is.
Pare, is that Spanish or?
I think we're definitely Spanish, but it's whether we're
Brazil.
Oh yeah?
Because I was saying it, or I was gonna say like that feels Portuguese, but I'm not sure because I have not started Portuguese on Duolingo yet.
Actually, I don't know what I would do with that, Sparrow. We're doing this. I keep just looking to chat for what Sparrow. Oh, we've got
Jesus.
We've got
Jesus. Found Jesus.
It could
Jesus
be Brazil.
And palm trees.
How do you know it's Brazil, Sparrow? Did you? Are you gonna say? Oh, well done. Okay. We're running out of time. Well,
I mean, we have 2 minutes left.
Oh, I don't know anything about Brazil. City of God is one of my favorite movies.
Unfortunately, Brazil is massive.
Yeah, doesn't.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Chile? Oh. I mean.
Oh, do you think?
Well, I am personally not getting Chile vibes, but then again, Chile can be a lot of things.
Was that it literally translated to Petroleum Brazil, did it? Santo Tomas, is that a place? Yeah, Brazil is kind of big. Is Brazil kind of, even though it's big, a lot of it is like rainforests and stuff. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I made that bigger. I need to make it smaller, if anything.
Yeah, it was because I'm like, is this Spanish or is it?
Are there like
I can't see that much. Yeah, maybe it is
Oh,
Chile.
okay. Okay.
That could be a shot.
What are we thinking then? It looks really hot, so I'm just gonna go here because I don't think it's North Chile or South Chile. Oh no, wait. I guess that is North Chile, isn't it? Is there a Tomas? That might not even be a town. I don't know. Santo Tomas sounds like a place, though.
Sounds like a little place.
Like a place.
Maybe not a big town.
Somewhere near Brazil. Okay, so maybe we go... Oh wait, do we border? No, of course not. So it could be Bolivia then? Oh... I'm gonna do that. Ooh! Oh gosh, so right on the... Is that the right top north border of Chile?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we did pretty well there. Did pretty well.
Yeah.
Power of deduction.
Got some pretty smart people.
Sparrow knows, yeah. Sparrow knows.
I'm
guessing Sparrow will tell. But I feel like we're like, is this like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, that kind of, what are we, Southeast Asia? That kind of thing?
Yeah.
This is just like someone's back gardens though. Thai, okay.
Yeah, I always struggle with like, I always doubt myself when I think it's Thai, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. But
is it? I thought, where is it that they've replaced? Is it Vietnam where they use the Latin alphabet? Is that right? But Thailand still do.
Oh, there's a flag back there, but that could mean anything.
It's just a yellow flag.
Oh, not that one. To the left. There you go. Well, not that one either.
It's like in someone's.
It's on. Yeah,
does anyone know that? What is? Oh, I don't know. Is that like a world flag? Is this cheating?
Maybe a little bit.
on geo Thai flag. Okay, thank you. Right, well there we go. I should have just googled that. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. But this could literally be anywhere, couldn't it?
Yep.
You see those videos where they're like, oh, we got the yellow paint in the middle of the road. That's specifically this region. Central Thai Patriotic Party. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
is that like?
Yeah, I don't know.
The centrist party, or is it central?
No, Central Thai you'd think would be. Yeah.
You say that, but yeah.
Do you think they would call patriotic parties? Probably means they're not centrist. I think. But you never know. They could be.
Never know.
Bangkok.
It feels not central enough.
I think the fact.
I mean,
yeah, but we could be on the outskirts. I guess the fact there were like election posters makes me think it could be.
Yeah.
I think the Chilean Spanish road signs confuse me because they're not the same as. Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Yeah. How dare you not know immediately which one it was? Wow.
I literally have so
failed
lost
us.
with these. These are a lot harder, I think.
Okay. Big sign.
Well, we're somewhere built up. I wish this was. Do you think Bangkok? Maybe I'll do like that because we're somewhere between Bangkok and the centre of Thailand.
Yeah, I guess.
Got a 7-Eleven.
We only have like 10 seconds to Northern Thailand.
Northern Thailand. You gotta give me a good reason. I'm gonna go a little bit more north. There we go.
All right. Oh, they were
you were
right.
spot on as well.
Oh
well. Almost 4,000. Ooh. Keeps being hot places. Okay.
I want to say Peru.
Yeah, it does have that vibe, doesn't it? Oh, it's nice.
But it could be wrong.
It almost looked like the word Peru. Oh, I've lost chat.
Yeah. It was less green than
analyze
flat.
those motorbikes. Got true mountains.
There's little
That's true.
motorbikes. I recently saw there's a travel channel that my partner and I kind of hate watch, and they did this
Colombia.
mini motorbike. Oh, okay.
Maybe. Sorry.
No, you're good. But they did this mini motorbike trek challenge across Peru, I think. Yeah, Colombia's up there.
So, and you think it looks, yeah, it's definitely that. It's an Andean.
It's an educational stream now.
We're learning. Whoa.
Oh.
So maybe if we feel like it's, oh, we're really in the sticks. In the end, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go that way.
Where did the
decided...
signs go?
Were there signs?
Well, maybe not here, but
this whole place is a vibe, though. I like these.
It's really cool.
The houses. Yeah. Ooh.
Can you see the Durian Gap?
Can I see?
Oh,
well, let's put in a. I think let's go like there.
Yeah.
There was a Bank of Colombia sign. Yes. Yeah. No, I do. I definitely think it's Colombia. It's just. This is the trouble. I think it's quite easy to. Oh, we're back here. Quite easy to hone in on a nation, but then beyond that. Oh, we went this way, didn't we? Let's head down
really
this
cool
way.
Architecture.
Can we head more into the center?
Yeah, put me in the church.
Oh, it won't let us go. Come on. It's because it's uphill, you see. It takes a little while. I don't think we're going to get anything. But I'm glad we got to spend a little bit of time in this neck of the woods. I feel like it's a highlight of my day. Here we go.
Tawny.
Ah, it was north.
Ah.
You call that North Columbia? I'm not sure, but yeah.
Well.
Ooh, this is looking a little bit English, but.
Well, yeah, we could be deceived. I don't know, bikes. Could be the Netherlands.
This looks, do you think?
I don't know.
Zone, we got the word. No, that looks like an English. Oh, these are the worst because it shows how much little I know about English roads.
I mean, zone is a very.
No, that's English only. Oh, this is painful. Why?
Yeah.
We're driving on the right, aren't we?
Oh, they were.
I'm back to cake. Sorry. They were. Yeah. Those aren't British Central lines. Okay.
There you go.
It doesn't look like a normal road though.
No.
Dutch.
Well, it's definitely not the US because there is a sidewalk for pedestrians.
Ooh, there was a advert for something there.
Belgium. Oh, Belgium is a good call, I think.
Yeah, Belgium's quite. Oh, I swear I saw like an advert for a. Did I not?
That's a normal road for the Netherlands. That's what I was thinking too.
Road sign.
Like, it's so.
Something Fweg.
Okay, yeah, so that's Dutch.
It's Dutch.
So could it be Belgium as well, though? If we. I mean, maybe the little pedestrian road.
So is Dutch? Dutch is Belgium and Netherlands, is it? Or is it just?
I want to say they speak Dutch in Belgium, right?
Don't they?
Like it's French and.
Or is it just is there just a flavour of it in the language? Because I know there's
I think
French-speaking parts of Belgium. I thought there was.
Oh,
Northern.
Flemish, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Northern Belgium, though, yeah. So I guess we could put it somewhere. How big is the Netherlands? It's not that big, is it? And then Belgium. So we could put it like here for now.
Yeah.
And then keep going. Wow, it's quite picturesque.
I'm confident we'll find a nice little sign, directional sign somewhere.
Somewhere
one day.
To stop, have a coffee.
I don't know about that, but
Blitzing forward. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get much.
Oh, maybe there was some text on that sign there. Oh,
why are they blurring road signs? Because they don't want us to geoguess.
They want us to geo-cry.
Geo-fail. Oh, we can't go any further.
Oh,
Is there a
tripped
limit?
at the first hurdle.
Fields. Do they have a lot of fields? And they do, don't they? I might go a little bit more in the Netherlands. Where would fields be in the Netherlands? I'm gonna go there.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, that's the best we've done yet.
Yeah.
So it was
It
the
was
Netherlands.
in the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's towards Belgium, sort of. Okay.
Could have been anywhere.
Last one. Oh no.
Right.
I mean,
5T.
it looks more English than the last one just because of the weather, but we got to get on a main road. Actually, it doesn't look that English. It looks kind of, I don't know. No,
We'll have to see
this
based on the
building doesn't look.
houses.
This building doesn't look English. Did they really drive here?
Yeah.
We're right in the sticks here. Oh my word.
City boy in the
Yeah.
in the countryside. Eastern Europe.
This
Yeah,
is like
maybe.
Babe 2. It's got these buildings have that kind of or it could it be a little bit Scandi?
No.
No? Okay.
No, definitely not for those houses. I was thinking kind of
Okay.
maybe Spain has tricked me sometimes, where I think like, oh no, it's
We're going back the way we
No.
came.
no.
Why are we in a farm? Oh, get me out of here. We're going on a country walk. We're not going to be able to deduce anything. Oh no.
Prague.
This is like my family
Oh.
holidays. Looks exactly
Don't
like
think
this.
it's Prague.
Can we gauge anything? We have been here before, haven't we? Pink slide.
Only the Czech Republic has pink slides.
Don't leave us now, Dragonelm. When we need you most.
Oh.
Oh
Done
no,
all
where
the
are we
hard
going?
work.
Where are we going?
Oh, that's nice. Little sunny thing. Oh, it's no longer sunny.
Like I want to knock on this door.
Yeah. Where am I?
Have you got a working telephone? This looks kind of Swiss, I don't know why.
Oh. Yeah. The thing is, it's really hard to tell when it's like so out in the middle of nowhere.
I've been
because
to
it could be
Belgium and they
something
have this
super-
kind of
Oh, is this
Dot
no,
C is Czech Republic. It's Czech. It's
Republic.
Czech. It's Czech. Oh.
Whoa, Dragon.
Oh no. Maps. Where is? I know it's near somewhere around here. Oh no. Oh no. Slovakia is near there. Check it. Alright.
There you go.
Could be anywhere though, couldn't it? Really? It does actually. It looks quite a bit like I've been to Slovakia and it looks quite a bit like that. Now that I think about it. We're not going to get any closer, are we?
Well, I mean,
It looks a lot
what does
like
the climate
Slovakia.
tell you? Does it feel northern
Yeah.
or does?
I might put it nearer Slovakia just because it looks vaguely like. Okay. Oh, not bad. Okay. I mean, I wasn't going to get any better than that, really.
There you go.
Okay, view results. Look at our little guy.
Our little
Our little
guy with the
person.
eyelashes. Just a little dude.
Having a great time.
Yeah, good job, everyone. That
Just,
was, that was good.
100.
Only 3
Oh, that's a
XP away
level.
from leveling up. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if we
Wow.
are gonna. That might have been our
Yeah, we
last
might
one. I'm not
never.
sure. we may never. No worries. Okay. Oh wow, 5 o'clock already.
Yeah.
I think that's
did it.
we're gonna have to close it there. Let's just take a last look at our cake. We got the carrot cake, Victoria sponge. Wow. Okay. It's been productive.
We won.
2-year anniversary. We won
Yeah.
in so many different ways.
You were still missing some carrot shavings or something on there. Or
Oh.
Oh, you don't do that? just us? Okay.
We'll figure it out. I am missing. Yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right. Not too bad. 2 cakes, 1 cake slice. Another stream then in 2 weeks. Where will we be?
When is that?
August 8th.
In August.
Wow,
Oh
August.
my goodness.
Who knows who I'll be then? I actually don't know. I think I'll be a different. I'll be a different person. I'll be thick
Yeah.
into QA. things will be
That's okay.
scarily.
Can we stream QA, or is that too?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I don't know actually. It depends on the QA because I can't stream Switch QA, but I can definitely stream Steam QA. So I mean, we could do, but
just streaming Louis crying from the emails that say all the issues.
Descending into madness. Yeah, lots of Kanbans, lots of progressing issues, but no, it's all good, and hopefully it goes well. I mean, I guess we'll see. We're still. It's really just started. I mean, the QA started a couple of weeks ago, but I'm only just starting acting on it all, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can get some content in while I do it, like these cakes, but I don't know, I'll be a different person, that's my point. Cool. Covered a lot of ground this week. I'm sorry I started rambling about the beginning of human... I don't even know what we're talking about. But,
it's a very educational, historical stream.
Yeah, poorly explained theories. But hopefully from what I said you didn't understand my concepts, but maybe you felt the need to investigate further. That's the least I could ask for. But yes, everyone should read more.
Yes.
However much you're reading at the moment, read a little bit more if you can. That's
double it. I mean, what?
Any amount more. That's all.
It's one more page.
And yeah, thanks so much for watching. We're no longer on Twitter at From Carrot Cake because it's now X or something. I don't know. Who knows?
It's still Twitter.com.
It's still Twitter.com, but it's an X now. So I don't know what to call that. But everywhere else, we're at From Carrot Cake, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. And then there's the Discord as well. We were talking about literary characters, who you might be. So read some more books, figure out some more characters that you might want to be, and then let us know. Until next Friday, and then we'll completely cease interest in which fictional character you might want to be, or we'll move beyond that. So don't worry about that. And then wish listing on Steam. If you haven't already. And then following on Twitch as well, if you feel the need, but no worries. Wow, okay, I'm hungry. All this cake drawing and pizza talk. Yeah. I might go and buy a pizza.
Yeah.
Or a cake. I'll see what they have. Did I do it?
You'll know that it's cheaper than over here.
So. I can't believe how much cheaper. I mean, I remember there was this...
and that's the low end. That's the cheapest.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you can spend... I'd say an expensive oven pizza in the UK is like £8. I'd say you could definitely easily spend that. But anyway,
yeah.
Topic for another day, maybe.
About to say. The entry level is too high here.
I mean, you can get 70p pizzas here. That's just, classic margarita.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Until next time, have a good...
Go think about pizzas.
We'll go think about pizzas. Have yourself a pizza, maybe just half a pizza. However much pizza you've decided. But have a little bit of pizza. You could always have it for breakfast the next day. You could save a slice. I don't know how long pizza lasts in the fridge even. You could keep it going for a little bit.
At least a day, a day or two.
Day or two.
Yeah. Depends on what's on it.
Have a good evening, morning, afternoon, night, wherever you might be. But yeah, have a good one, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.